worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.
Morning, Thrifting with Rebecca here. I just wanted to talk about some things and show you. I'm going to show you my shelves now. They're different than when I first showed my stuff. First, I wanted to show this beauty because I love it. It's cobalt blue art glass basket. Very pretty. I showed it, I think, in another video. I don't know. My last video where I got it. This also a black monarch Indiana tiara glass bowl, also very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you my stuff. These here are just mugs that are like on my, what do you call it, the death pile. They have not been listed. Don't mind my basement. So here is one of my first shelves. I in my auctions I do not do these bigger items like the Moon and Stars or the Libby jar, the hippopotamus jar. I don't tend to do bigger items. Sometimes I throw them in because, you know, just to throw something different in. And these are the Tiffin glasses that I had in my Whatnot auction. I don't know if I showed you, they glow very nicely. That green picture was great, but it got chipped, so now it's not great. These are Indiana Chantilly pattern dishes. And there's a Duncan Miller, a wedding basket, and the light up pumpkin. And then here are those Fitz and Floyd dishes that I found, which I love. And then random pieces of art glass. This here is Vanini by DiSerrano Murano ice bucket here. Princess pattern Indiana glass. Also Indiana marigold glass. I find a lot of Indiana glass. I'm sure you do as well. This is the shelf that I often take giveaways from. I did not do giveaways in my last auction because just, you know, you got to pay for them. And sometimes it seems like people come just to get giveaways. so I don't have to do giveaways every time. So I do, but I do them. This is my coffee mugs and Christmas section. These coffee mugs are also on the death pile. They're the one things that are not listed. Only a few of them are. There are a few that are listed, but most of them are not listed. Like these Wet Your Whistle ones are listed. I think the Sugar Skull right there is, and the Jurasco ones. But the Christmas stuff is listed. Alright? Okay, so. And then here is my vases shelf. I'm going to eventually paint the walls in here and make it more homey. It's just still early, it's winter, and it's been difficult. We've been doing the rest of the house. Anyway, so there's just some random vases. And then down here is some barware, Indiana glass, glasses set, and the Clarence Butcher handkerchief vase. Here's my TV area. Over here is where I have like Hager and ceramics and pottery. I don't have a lot left, but I'm going to get more as once I'm able to go to garage sales and estate sales and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been low on stuff. I do intend to get more stuff, a lot more stuff this year. The weather, as you know, the weather has been so insane. and people are starting though. There have been random indoor garage sales and stuff like that pop up. You have to look online. You have to, thrift online as well as going to Goodwills and antique stores or, thrift stores, stuff like that. You have to also look online. I get a lot from garagesale.com, and yeah, it's just tough right now. and especially like in my area, we have to travel if we really want to hit like a cluster of stores. So, I often have to go like an hour to 2 hours just to hit a town or a city that has, a whole bunch of stores, which is fine. And so I did an auction on Friday night, and it did not go well. It did not, it wasn't like nothing bad happened, but there was hardly anybody online. There was hardly anybody in the auctions, not just mine, but hardly anybody in the other auctions that were on too. So I thought it was just a fluke, so I moved the auction to Saturday, and it was the same. It was the same. There wasn't very many people. I don't know, maybe it was this weekend or something, or storms going through all of the country right now. There's rainstorms, there's snowstorms, ice storms, everywhere. It's crazy, as you know. So I decided, I told my husband that I was just going to wait like a week before so that I could collect more stuff, to get more things to put in an auction. And sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes just hold on and you collect some more and then you go back. And I don't let things like that get me down. I know my stuff's gonna sell. I had so much more than I have now, and most of it has sold either on eBay or in the Whatnot auction since I started in August. When I started in August, my shelves were packed. Packed. And and I have sold most of that off, and that's a good thing. You want to be able to sell most of it off. But that also means, every time you have an auction, you sell 20 something items or so, or more. And that's 20 items that is gone from your stock. Glassware is not the same as like jewelry or video games or stuff. The stockpile of those are, never ending. But glassware there is an end. But, and that's why I had said in previous videos that I was going to stockpile this year. I was going to get as much as I could. And I like to stick to the number around 50 of items that I do in auctions that, it takes like, I would say like an hour to 25 minutes to an hour and 40 minutes to go through 50 items. And then you hang around and talk to people and stuff like that. So that 50 items, it's a good amount. I don't need to go into the hundreds. I get certain people that can because jewelry and all that. So yeah, if I did that stuff, yes, I would do that. But you don't have to do that. You can set an amount that you're comfortable with and you go with it. You stick with that. And then the next time you do different stuff. If you put all your stuff out there, then you don't have anything for the next auction. So I try to, mix and match, and then I put some, and then in the next auction I do some different, and that seems to work better for me. So I'm going to stay around 50 items. I think that's a good amount, especially, the shipping even on 20 items is exhausting. I've done shipping on this packages, even though I didn't do all that much on Friday, I still sold 9. I still had 9 packages, but it was like a total of 15 items, and it still took forever to pack up. So imagine, because glassware is different. They're bigger pieces. You gotta pack them all into big boxes. You gotta get a lot of paper. You gotta do all that. And that took 2 to 3 hours just on that amount. So imagine how much 20 to 30 items takes. It takes a lot longer, I can tell you that. But, I would say shipping is the most tedious part to me. I don't mind it. I just play music or I put a TV show on while I'm doing it. It makes the time fly by. But, yeah, but everybody's favorite part, of course, is the sourcing. But my favorite part is also like listing. It is. I like to learn about items, things that I've never had. I like looking them up because then I see other items that that I didn't know about, and I've learned so much that way by just having to do the pictures. You learned what everything is and the names of it, what they might be worth. Whether it was worth the buy. All of that, is a learning experience. Everything you do, from the sourcing all the way down to the shipping, it's all learning. And the more you do it, the more you know. And so don't get discouraged by auctions that don't go well. I've said this before. You just move past it and you keep going. That's all you can do. I love Whatnot. I love doing auctions on Whatnot. My goal, I am looking into auctions on Instagram, because I've been watching them a lot lately, obsessively. And as I've said before, I eventually want to be able to do live sales on YouTube. I have to have I have to have more followers on YouTube to be able to do that. But I do have a lot of followers on Instagram. I just don't know. I don't know if most of them are people I know or I'm not very versed on Instagram, but I'm going to start learning. I'm going to start watching a lot of videos on how to do Instagram live sales because I've been watching them on there and they do very well on Instagram. And I just want to know. I want to know how to do all the platforms and how they work. So always, be open to other things. Don't limit yourself just to one thing. I love Whatnot. I'm going to stay on Whatnot. I'm going to continue to do Whatnot till whatever. But I want to branch out. I want to do other, not just Whatnot. I want to do other places where I can do live sales, and a whole different audience and people that are willing to pay what an item is worth. Because people aren't always willing on Whatnot to pay what an item is worth. And a lot of resellers know that. They know a lot of the people in your sales are resellers, so they're looking for a deal so they can resell your stuff. And I was thinking about that the other day and how that's like a never-ending circle, isn't it? Us buying each other's stuff and then selling each other's stuff. You got to get those people that are collecting. And often, like every time I see that somebody's collecting, then they throw in that they are collecting so that they can start selling. So more than likely you're going to see your items pop up in other people's sales. I just saw a few of mine pop up in another auction, and that's fine with me. As far as I'm concerned, once you bought my item, that is your business, and you can do what you want with it. More power to you if you get more money for it. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I'm gonna try and start really working on my Instagram account and building that, as well as trying to do some reels on Facebook. Because I'm trying to build my brand, but I haven't branched out into that kind of stuff, doing live reels and stuff, and I gotta stop being afraid of doing harder things. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on that, and I'm gonna get going because I gotta get my kids ready for school. And I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you have a great day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.
Hearts worth falling for. Oh, and with open arms I'll carry yours.